guys, today I'm here with my most repurchased products or things that I have backups of. I have quite a growing makeup collection, so if I love something enough to not only use it up, but then go back out and buy it again, that means it is an absolute staple in my collection and a big time winner in my opinion, so let's go ahead and get started. Kicking it off with foundations, I've got 3 drugstore foundations that I have purchased time and time again. I think honestly if I had to choose between drugstore and high-end foundations, I would go drugstore because some of my favorites absolutely come from the drugstore. The first is the Covergirl 3-in-1 Outlast Stay Fabulous Foundation. I honestly have gone through probably 5 of these. I've got more backups like that I just haven't gotten to. This is the first foundation that I tried that I was actually like, oh wow, it doesn't fall off my face. What an interesting concept. And that was kind of when I learned I had oily skin. So this is a big time win for me. It seems to work for a good range of skin types as well. I've recommended it to a good few friends. It's got a pump, and Covergirl is definitely quite affordable at the drugstore in comparison to a few other options. Something else that is super affordable from the drugstore is the Maybelline Fit Me line. I really like this foundation. It's got really good coverage. I use the one in the matte and poreless, but I have used the dewy and smooth as well. That was a mess. That was on my older YouTube channel. I looked so greasy, but it was all still in place. So if you have drier skin and you're looking for something with great coverage that's gonna last a while, I recommend the Dewy and Smooth. For my oily skin friends, this is a great option and is like under $10, which is definitely harder to find at the drugstore. Lately, prices are definitely getting up there, and the shade range is quite large on this, which is awesome. And then the last foundation that I absolutely love, and I think this is my second one of this guy, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I wear this in the shade 108. It's definitely very yellow. I go in with a little bit more of a warmer golden powder, but this truly is an amazing foundation if you have really oily skin. If you have normal, you may find it a little bit too dry for you. I do not like the total cover. I found that just sat on my skin, but this is something that I love when I'm traveling for work. I will bring this a lot because I know that I can count on it. I love to use this as a very light kind of foundation layer and go in with a powder foundation, and then my makeup lasts all day and looks fabulous. This is such a good option. I just wish that they would extend the shade range, but I will continue to purchase it. Moving on to powders. As an oily skin girl, this is something I definitely love and use a lot of. My absolute favorite powder foundation in the world, something that I've mentioned before and have purchased time and time again, is the MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation. I love the liquid. I'm actually wearing the liquid right now. This guy is like an older one and he's like about to kick the bucket. I've got a brand new one standing by. I wear this in the shade NC43. I wear the liquid in NC42. This just has beautiful coverage. Like if you doubt powder foundations, try this one. So smooth, so blendable, so buildable, great wear time, looks beautiful on the skin. I think this is one of my favorite finishes. Like I just know that my face is gonna look amazing when I reach for this. I've tried a good few other foundations, some that I really like, but this one just beats them out. Like if I could only choose one, it is this. It is really nice for setting your foundation as well. So if you're looking for a little bit of extra coverage to get a little bit more matte, this is nice when used with a light hand as well. Another powder that I love is the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. This one is something you can only get in the United States for some reason. I don't know why Neutrogena doesn't sell their cosmetics here. This one is broken. I can hear it shaking around in there. I might repress it or get rid of it. I don't know. I've got so many powders on the go right now. But this is great. I love this just for keeping in my purse to kind of lightly go over my face after blotting if it's looking a little bit oily. It is translucent, but if you have a deeper skin tone, you can get a little bit of like white looking on your skin. So I definitely go in with a very light hand. I really like this. I now have the primer and the foundation that matches it as well. So let me know if you'd like to see a review on all 3 products in use, but I really like this. Whenever I had a friend go to the United States before I traveled there for work, I would always get them to pick me one of these up because it just is really nice. I think it has like rice protein complex in there, and it just does really nice mattifying things for my skin. The NYX Matte Bronzer is something that I absolutely love. It's one of the first bronzers that I came across that actually worked for my skin tone, and it doubles as a great bronzer, great contour, not too warm. I use mine in the shade Deep, and there's about like 5 shades in the range. It's a beautiful matte bronzer. It doesn't kick up too much product. It's very blendable. It can be used with a light hand. You can go in and really build it up. This one is actually, I'm wearing it today, but I've probably only used it 2 or 3 times because I've been working through some other bronzers, but this is my second one. I completely finished one of these, which is huge. Like, to finish a bronzer, like, that's a pretty big deal, and I definitely wanted to go out and purchase it again. It is something that I absolutely love, very affordable, and it's a big win from the drugstore. I've got 2 mascaras that I love. I've got a few others that I've repurchased, like the Maybelline, the Rocket. I love that for a long time. I used to love the Covergirl Clump Crusher for my lower lash line. I'll definitely be repurchasing the Maybelline Big Shot, but these are 2 that I've definitely repurchased because neither of them are open right now. The NYX Big Bold Curl Mascara. If you don't like big brushes, you're gonna hate this, but if you don't mind a big brush and you're looking for lots of volume and a good bit of length, this is an awesome option, and NYX is quite affordable. I think this is like under $5. Something that can be a little bit more up there and kind of harder to find, but you can purchase it on the website. It'll look fantastic, which I will link to down below. They ship internationally. In Canada, you can find it at Shoppers Drug Mart. It is from Bourjois. This is their push-up volume Glamour. There's like a whole bunch of names on here, but this gives crazy volume. It can definitely get a little bit clumpy. It's quite a thick formula, but I really love this. I always love to layer mascaras anyways. I'll go in with something a little more volumizing and clumping, and then go in with something a little more lengthening that will comb through, and you just get this beautiful effect. But this is such a great mascara. I never heard many people talking about it, and it just gives so much to your lashes. I have 2 concealers that I have repurchased. The first is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This was one of the first high-end concealers I ever purchased. I mentioned it in my best high-end concealers video. Super full coverage. Somehow I have never dropped a bottle. I know a lot of people have dropped this because it's glass and it's smashed. Now that I've said that, I probably will, but I've never had that problem. It looks great on the under eye. It's very matte. If you have more mature skin or drier skin, you may not love this. You can also use it to spot conceal, but I find sometimes when I spot conceal with it, it can look a little bit dicey and almost oxidized weird on my skin. I probably did go with a little bit of a deeper shade than I should have for spot concealing, but I do absolutely love this, and in the way of high-end concealers, it's definitely a little bit more affordable. Something else that I've used up a bunch is the NYX HD Concealer. I love this. I think it's totally comparable to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I think I've gone through so many of these because there's so little product in here. I mentioned this in my best drugstore concealers video, but I do really love this, and I will continue to repurchase it even though they're not putting much product in here. It is just a beautiful, beautiful finish. It's got great coverage. It doesn't look too dry or too creamy under the eyes, and it's just a very easy concealer, something that I reached for all the time and will continue to repurchase. I've got a few items from Kat Von D. This is the Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper, which is the black. I absolutely love this. I am crap at applying eyeliner, like crap. The amount of times I go in with a Q-tip to fix it up, that's half the time why I don't show it to you while I'm filming, because it's like a whole process, and it's just also really hard to film putting your eyeliner on, but I also just look so bad doing it. I'm like, I'm not helping anybody by showing this, but this definitely makes it easier. It's super black, doesn't dry completely matte, but I still love it. I find it just makes it a little bit easier and more clean when I'm applying it. I have this mini sample that I've had forever. I've got another mini sample that I got as like a 100-point perk, and then I've purchased it in full size as well. So I absolutely love this. When I don't have this around and I'm like just trying to get out the door, I'm like, oh, like where is it? I need it. Like I can't apply my eyeliner without it. I have come across a few others that I like, but this guy is still my favorite. And then there is the Shade and Light Contour Kit. I mean, there's no surprise that it's in here. So I actually have this guy here, which is very well loved. I've used up these under eye powders. I absolutely love them. If I ever finish these 2 palettes, I will purchase the singles, but I do love the contour shades as well. You just don't kind of dig in there as much because it is a very pigmented powder. And then I do have this brand new one as well. I actually bought it kind of like secondhand. Somebody bought it. They didn't want it, and actually it was in Newfoundland where I'm from, and I saw somebody posted it in like a makeup group, and my friend Ashley, who has a YouTube channel, was coming to town. I was like, can you buy that for me and bring it to Toronto? So I've got this brand new one here waiting to be kind of dug into. I was having a lot of trouble finding contours there for a while, but I have found a few more, but this one still is beautiful and so great for travel. I almost forgot, the most exciting item in here is the Kat Von D Lolita liquid lipstick. This is the newer one. I can't find my older one. It is like basically done. I'm literally scraping it, so you'll see that come in an empty soon. But guys, I finished a liquid lipstick. Like, I think that's a really big deal. Maybe you have finished a liquid lipstick, let me know. But this is my favorite. It's the original Lolita, not Lolita 2. Today I'm wearing it paired with Milani lip liner. But I love this. It's so easy to wear, so comfortable, wears off beautifully, doesn't leave a ring around your lips. Like, I call this like a dinner lipstick because I wear it when I'm going out to dinner. It looks put together. I'm not scared of it like moving all over my face or like migrating or anything like that, and it's just a perfect nude shade for me. It's so easy and it's just beautiful. So I picked up a second one at IMAX Toronto. It's definitely a staple in my collection, and I have an incredible amount of lip products, so to go out and repurchase one of them speaks volumes. We are almost to the end. I know I'm talking really fast. I can't help it. I talk fast. More thoughts per minute, as somebody commented on a previous video where I chatted about my like talking really fast. Anyways, I've got 3 brow pencils to mention. One of them is not here in front of me because I've used it up, but I have purchased it like 3 times. It is the L'Oreal Brow Definer. That is an amazing skinny brow pencil, not too waxy, not too creamy, great shade range and affordable. And then the exact same thing can be said for these guys as well. I mean, the Anastasia isn't as affordable, but it does have a bigger shade range. So the Brow Wiz, of course, I feel like everybody has repurchased this, but it is kind of expensive. I don't think I'm gonna buy this again, but I have repurchased it several times just because I love the drugstore micro brow liners as well. Same can be said for the NYX micro brow pencil. This again is a beautiful formula and totally comparable to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I think I've bought 2 of these. I have two skincare items that I want to mention. The first is the Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid. Love this, but it's expensive and small, but I have repurchased it. I think this is my 3rd one now. I will continue to buy it. It is beautiful. If you have any acne marks on your skin, just troublesome skin in general, Paula's Choice rocks. One of my favorite skincare brands out there, but this is great. I think the reason I have gone through so many is because it is in a smaller package, unfortunately, but it is definitely worth it. There's a reason that the price tag is a little bit higher on this guy because it is so effective. You can go on their website, read the reviews. People are raving about it, and I do really think it's awesome. And then the last item is from Garnier. It is their Micellar water. That is backwards. This is their new one, actually. It's in the mattifying, which is really exciting. So I've been testing this out, but I do love the blue one. I purchased that a few months ago in the blue container. It was like $9 and it was big. So I was like, okay, let me try this. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Then I ended up being sent a few from PR, and I've got a ton of them now, and I continue to go through it and go through it and go through it. Although that green one has been sent to me. Full disclosure, of course, anything I've ever been sent will be listed with like an asterisk in the description bar, but I did purchase it initially on my own and then was sent it and continue to love it, and it always is showing up in my empties. I don't find that it like removes every single drop of my makeup, but it leaves no oily residue on my skin. Does a great job kind of with a pre-cleanse, and then I'll go in with a cleanser. This mattifying one, however, I've been using in the morning. I'll just kind of like rinse my face with hot water and then go in with this instead of using a cleanser, so I don't like end up stripping my skin, and I've really been liking it for that purpose too. So that is everything that I have repurchased or have backups of, things that I absolutely love and trust. And when I don't know what I want to reach for, or when I want to use something that I know is going to like hold up, I spend a lot of time testing products, and I spend a lot of days looking really messed up because I'm like, guys, I'm in the middle of an oily skin diaries, and I'm sorry that my face is oxidized and oily, but like I gotta do it for the people. These are the kind of products that I know that I can count on, that are gonna last on my oily skin, that match my skin tone, that are just true staples in my collection. Let me know down below what a few of your most repurchased items are. It's always very curious, especially for makeup junkies, because we can have big collections. So when we're repurchasing, that truly means something. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJNYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!